teams that most need a playoff bye this year. Here's the – you asked the –
I got a question. Shut your mouth for a second over there, okay? Shut your mouth, all right?
I'm not looking.
He's got it blacked out. Don't uncover it yet, Pete.
I'm not.
Don't
uncover
What
it.
NFC team has the most wins all time in the wild card round? It's a good one. I don't know it.
Most wins all time in the wild card round in the NFC, I would say the Packers.
Wow, good job. Good job. Did Pete just hit the button and say that to you?
No.
I mean, Pete had to tell me
here's
like
why.
I cared like during the question. Just be quiet. Yeah, I don't believe it. Pete's an idiot. He probably hit your button and told you there.
He didn't tell me. The wild card round really exploded in 1990 when they went to 6 teams, and the Packers have been a perennial playoff team. The wild card round, you're playing if you're not one of the top 2 seeds. So if you're in the playoffs a lot, you're going to play in the wild card round a lot. You're going to win a lot. All right. And I will say that the Packers need the playoff bye the most because Aaron Rodgers has told us how badly he needs a bye so that his broken pinky toe on his left foot, paint the target on. You may as well get a tattoo of a target on your pinky toe, Aaron, because they're going to test that toe the rest of the season unless and until you get that 2-week break where it can heal even more. So Packers, final answer.
Yeah, I get that one too, and we know how great they are at home, so that makes a lot of sense. I think the next one I'm going to go with here is I'm gonna take the Patriots next. Again, I know the Patriots game translates to the road too because of the way they play, but I guess my logic more is this: there is a great home field advantage in New England. There is. You say what you want. There's just some mystique about that field where the other team goes there, and you just feel like something bad's gonna happen to us. And I think the other thing I look at, man, as awesome as they are, rookie quarterback. Can he win 3 games on the road to get to the Super Bowl? I don't know about that. I don't know. That's still a tough task, as amazing as Mac Jones has been and the team is. So I'll go with the Patriots as my next pick.
Although it did take them a while to get their first home win of the season this year. They were like 0-3 or even 0-4 at one point at home. I'm not quite sure, but they lost plenty of home games to start the year. I'm going to go with the Buccaneers. Even though last year they did it the hard way. They were the 5 seed. Went on the road. Were they the 5 seed or the 6 seed?
They were low.
They were the 5. They were the 5.
Because they played for Washington.
They faced Washington, right. They had to go on the road 3 times. They did it, and they came home for the Super Bowl. Well, now they are so much better at home this year than on the road. And Bruce Arians talked recently about how much harder it is to play on the road this year with fans present. For all the talk and the reality of the home field advantage for most teams evaporating and road teams doing well, the Buccaneers are a different team away from home. So they don't need the bye as much as they need it for the week off, although the week off would come in handy. They had an earlier bye this year than last year. Getting that home field advantage is key for them because they are just not the same team when they play away from home.
No, I mean, it is weird that they're one of the few teams. I got to think, again, I don't know exactly what it is, but something about the quiet atmosphere adds to their offense and what Brady can do at the line of scrimmage a little bit. That gives them just a little bit more advantage. Of course, hey, 2 plays in the huddle. Hey, check, or I got to audible to this. You can't always do that on the road. I would think that's got to be a part of that element. All right, the next one I'm going to go to, and I don't really have like great reasoning here other than I don't think they're a great team, and they have a great home field advantage, is the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm going to go with them. Again, Kansas City's really good. We know, but are they as good as we've seen the last 3 years? No, they're not. They're playing a different style of football. The defense is legit. But, man, going to Kansas City, a little like Green Bay in my eyes, the fact that, hey, it's cold, it's going to be really loud. They thrive on that home field energy. And Mahomes, like a Rodgers, the elements don't really matter. It's 30-mile-per-hour wind. Oh, it's a little rainy. Oh, here, laser beam. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. And I do think that's an advantage for them.
Last one for me is the Rams for one simple reason.
Yeah.
They can't go to Lambeau Field.
Yeah,
they can't. And good luck. They have a steep uphill climb, and it starts Monday night when they go to Arizona. If they lose to the Cardinals, it's done. Their quest to try to win the division and be the 1 seed. But if they go back to Green Bay, forget about it. Forget about it. They're not going to beat the Packers in Green Bay in the postseason.
Well, lucky for them is that's like the only place that's like that kind of weather in the NFC right now as far as the top 4 seeds. So maybe they get lucky that way. My last one, again, it's hard to figure out a last. I'm going to go with the Buffalo Bills. again, we talked about Buffalo not being, just a dominant, great team. But if they got at home, again, I don't want hurricane wins. But the one thing you do see, like I just said with Mahomes, Josh Allen in Buffalo, the elements aren't going to affect him as compared to the other quarterback on the other side of the field. They're not. And I think that gives them an advantage. Even though they don't have a run game and everything there, it's a little like Jim Kelly and the K-gun back in the day. He could just still throw it through the wind, the snow. It doesn't matter. And I do think that plays into advantage, let alone a great fan base to go get behind them.
The risk is they're going to end up hosting a team that is better built
if it's
to win in
bad.
the elements than they are, like the Colts.
Right. That
like
could be
Colts.
scary. Right.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.